Hey, oh my God, everything is going so fast and it's rushing and rushing, and in order for me to catch up to it, I slow down, I back up, I take a break, I make sure I don't try to follow it, because I see it going, I see the people, they're all, 3 times today somebody beat their horn at me for like stupidity. Oh, 3, well, I was the 3rd one. We're not thinking how fast everything is going. The lawnmowers are going back and forth. It's Thursday, it's payday. People are picking up some food before the long weekend. They don't want to have to wait till the last minute, so they go a little bit earlier. Just like they say in the magazines, if you show up early, there's the early bird. All right? So now what I'm going to talk about in this video is a couple of things. I'm going to try to go as slow as I can go. And one of them is this book. It says, Who is Jesus by Mike Green. And you come over to this page over here, and you can see this Rotas, Opera, Tenant, Aripo, Sator. Of course, Santorin, Santoro, Sotoro. Stop. Pera. Father. 10 worlds. Who sings, who speaks the notes. Something to do with the name Santorum, Satoro. I mean, those names, are written right here in this book 20 years ago. So I decided to do a little work with that. And I'm going to see if I can change the page. So what I got was Rotas Satora. Toro, the bull. Chicago Bulls, Satora. Who's from where? Say 10. Santora. 10. Net 10. 10 net. Now they got a new telephone. Blackberry. Blackberry? Net. Now, they have Pauline and Pauline Marois. And Paul, who's pulling the load? Paul, Ron. But wait a second. It's not Pauline. It's Paul Rand. D. It's Randy. It's not Rand. The D at the end says Randy. R-A-N, Rand. And then D. Randy. Rand. D. Say the D twice. Marked it only once. Not my fault he can't spell. So I'm going to turn this around and see what else I find on here. And it just keeps bringing to note all these Hurleys and Boston Pizza. I don't know why. It just keeps coming into my head. At the same time, the design to make the B turns out to be this element right here, which is almost the same design that the Boston Bruins are wearing and the hatchet in the card games. Okay? So we're not going to show you that. Another thing is, the end of the road is here. But when they're here, they're not at the end of the road. The extension. 2012. The extension. 2012. One letter. Speaks it. ABE. 512. 5120. 512. MB. Revolution. And then there's the other one. Is when you net 10 with .net, when you remove the ends from each end, it says ETTE, which means the summer. The summer of 2014 or 2012. Why? Because these ends can be valued at a total of 14 and can also turn around to be a 2. To say in debt, to we are in debt. The summer of 2013. They put us in debt. Isn't that crazy? Well, they should, you know what? I have such an easy way. They should take us out of debt and stop doing the things we shouldn't do. And if we all blow up tomorrow, that's fine. But don't cause the reason why we blow up. Anything that happens in the sky, it's because it existed before. Anything that we try to do in the sky is going to be caused by us. Us and only us. Nothing to discuss. That's the way it is. Vesuvius. Versace. Vesuvius. Suivre, to follow not the yellow brick road, but the copper road. there's got to be a song for Copper Road. So right now I'm just showing you that from this book, who is Jesus, and all these things, it shows Satoro. I mean, right there inside, it says Sator, or Bobby Satoro is the same thing. Whichever names you want to use for the future, it's for the future. It was made in the past to see in the future. See it in the future, and now we want to think we can guess what exactly meant in the past, when it's so much easier to figure out what it means today and in the future. Because when you give somebody a picture to think of, eventually that picture will come to mind, although sometimes you really and faintly see it at all. That's what happens. You put it into the person's mind, it's a dot. Oh no, it's not a dot, it's now my eye. Oh my God, it's like, it's got a flower in it, so now it's like a flower. So you look at his eye, what does his eye look like? He's got a flower in his eye, so the inside of his eye looks like a flower. I guess it'd be the bed of flowers would be the rest of his eye. Oh, you couldn't be that, why not? Because his eyes are blue, must be the color of the sky. Oh no, he's scared of heights, must be the color of the ocean. The sky, the ocean, the sky, the ocean. This guy? Disguise. What about disguise? Listen to this. Instead of disguise, why don't we just say the word disease? If you say the word disease, okay, in French it says de, which means two, and z's, the way it's spelled, it says size, means 216. 2 times 16 is 32, is half space. 216 is F-A-B, bat. They use that in Batman. I couldn't figure out why. 216 or 216 hours at 24 hours a day times 9 is 216. The 10th day is the day of luck. We come back around to where we started from. We started on point zero, no grounds to us, and at the end of the race we come back to another point. So now I showed you this, I showed you that. Now here's another thing I want to do. This is just to remember, okay? They build supports in the top, calling them the roof. But take a look what you have to do in order to solidify everything. When you make this M letter, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are 9 positions in one triangle. Now try to figure out where they got the face of the phone from now. Do you understand how they break things down, square them off to look like they belong where they are, but they don't? Because the totality of the square makes a zero around it. Connecting any one line will say automatically on an angle, will say D. Right away when it's on an angle, it's D. Creates a D. You can flip it upside down, it can be a DD. That's 44. Or 22 and 4 is 26. 26, and that's where it brings us to, first of all, 1, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. How do you go bowling? It's going that way. Okay, now what I'm going to do, so you got that, right? You got Centauro, Satan, and Satorum, and the Grandpal, and Elingmarwa here in Quebec. Black is number 29. Dark is 34, but number 1 is also dark. Also 34, which creates the 68. Barack Obama once more. Okay? And now I'm going to bring you to a number thing. I'm skipping this. This is what I call the feeder system. Okay? And on the bottom, you're actually left with 2, 4, 6, 7, because that's all can fit into the gates, D and B. This is just your keyboard. I'm going to get that out of the way, and we're going to bring this in if I can find the beginning of it. You all know about Lucky Jackass? Well, that's number 1. Anything that fits in the 1 position, okay, A, S, J, Jackass. And 1 is in every corner. Even though for us it's the face that we see. For 1's in every corner. It becomes 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. But she calls herself, when I'm in the left corner, I'm 1. When I'm in the right corner, I'm 3. When I'm in the bottom left corner, I'm 9. When I'm in the bottom right corner, I'm 7. Depending whether or not you're facing me. You got that? Ronnie. We're doing a YouTube right now. Oh, thanks. In front of my audience. Okay, we got to move on. I can't waste their time. Now what we're going to do next is we're going to try and see if you can remember a few things. 44, okay, or 440 Barack Obama, plus 13 is 57. Remember, 57 plus 18 is 75. That's next year in the Hebrew calendar. 57 minus 18 is 39. This, my friends, is your creation, your birth into this world. Now we take 75, in which we took away 57 minus 18, 39. We now turn it around and we go to 75. Now we go to 75. Plus the 18 is 93. They become reversed. They become reversed. 9 and 3 is 12. 1 and 2 is 3. 1 and 2 is 3. This becomes 33. 7 and 5 is 12. 7 and 5 is 12. They both become 33. If you add these together, 7 and 5 is 12, 21, 24. 2 and 4 is 6. 5 and 7 is 12. And 3 is 15. 15 and 9 is 24. 2 and 4 is 6. It becomes 6, 6. This 13, if you go 13, let me show you more numbers. Ronnie, slow down. Slow down. Slow down. First two numbers in Mars, 13 for the letter M, 18 for the letter R. The 1 expresses A, and the R is in the A family, so you get AR. AR is 1 and 18. The 18th letter make 19, and the 19th letter is the S. You end up with the name Mars. 5 and 1 is 6. In between is the jail, 2, 3, and 4. I don't know how we fit into this, whether they have they're jamming our signal out of there, and we're only capable of doing up to so much, but the signal is breaking down, and that's why they probably spray this barium and these chemtrails, because they got to find a new way. But don't forget, they were given this world to teach us, and then to take advantage of us. And we're over how many lifetimes have gone, like how many times have I been born already, that each time I come in I go, oh, I didn't notice this time, but we're back. So I die at the age of 375. Well, 375 equals 225, which is 15 by 15 is 225. Not like 25 by 25, which is 625, which is also the same thing if you go 5 times 5 times 5 times 5 is 625. Times the 40 of the monopoly plus 1, because you started, you got a freebie, equals 25, 625. Now that's not where we were going, so don't get mixed up. Whatever I just said in the last 28 seconds, forget it. Remember 28, right? Whatever I said. Did I talk about numbers? Were there numbers involved? There were numbers involved. Anyways, we're going to get back to this. Okay, what we do know from Mars came SAR, SARS. But if you want to look at it this way, right? Again, I made a big mistake. I went into the A family. I shouldn't have done it. There's just so many things. Did you know that I'm going to try and see if I can finish this up. Hold on a second. Let me go back here. Okay, it's not here. Okay, I'm going to try to go here. You're going to have to put it together in your own head. Okay? 44 minus 13, just like we went before. Just like we did here before. Plus 13, plus 18, minus and minus. We're going to go over here. 44 minus 13 is 31. Herbert Hoover, his number is 88. Now we run 2 sessions. Hoover Dan, HD, 84. That's related to Barack Obama, who's 13 presidents later, is the 44th president from Herbert Hoover. 44 plus the 13 equals to the 57 we had before. Take off 13. Now we take off 31, we get to the 13th president. Who was the 13th president? How is he entrapped in all these numbers? So then again we go to Route 93, because that's what it is. Route 93, H&H, Herbert Hoover, Hoover Dan. he's the 31st president. 13 later is 44 Barack Obama. But in all, they all forgot to tell us that, hey man, we're not going to call Grover anything twice because we'll just throw his name out in Sesame Street and get it, I don't know, lost in translation. But Walt Disney and Warner Brothers and all these other guys, they all seem to give us a little bit of the advanced knowledge, but we don't actually see it. So then we end up with this number over here that I finished off over here. 13 plus 44 is back to the 57 over here, 13 and 44. 75 minus 13 equals 62. Okay? Now we get to 62, and we turn it around, and we go 62 minus 18 equals 44. 26 plus 18 equals 44. And that's how you get 622.6 to Barack Obama between 13 and 18, which is MR, which is Mr. And lately, everybody's calling me Mr. lately. I live in Quebec, and then it's like, Mr., okay, Mr., I don't know what the... All of a sudden, I'm noticing. Is it coincidence, or am I noticing Mr., and I'm like, all right, what's the joke? Anyways, so we got that, we went on to this, and now what we have to do is, remember what we did before? I'm going to try and write it down. 57 plus 75 equals 132. Then we had which one? 75, 57, 132. Wow, where was I? So this one, from this side, on 57 and 75 equals 132. 132 times 3 parts equals 396. ESP, Earth, Pluto, Saturn. Okay, depending on what you want to do with them. Jupiter and Uranus, how that works. I'm not giving you all the answers. I don't know them. I can try and figure them out and come up with something, but I'm not looking to do this. Another thing I wanted to show, that 39, which represents perfection, number 10, minus 18 equals 21, which is the base cube, okay, the used dots. 39 plus 18, that's right, equals 57. 39, 49, 57. So we're back up to 57 from 39. So it's between 21 and 57. And creation is 3 times 21. Now, if you ever want to know why number 21? Why was it 1221? 1221 are the letters L and U. Okay, it meant red. It is red. It also can say, if it was misunderstood, as 2 ranks. Okay, it can also be misunderstood as I see. But lu means I see, I read, because it's one word. We have to have 2 meanings, because we have to have 2 meanings for every word eventually. You could start them out in one, but eventually they have to have more, and they'll couple together. So now we have the other part. Now, the other thing I wanted to talk about, okay, is when we come out to the plus and the minus of the same answer, 6 and 2 is 8, 6 and 2 is 8. 2, 8 and 8 is 16, 1 and 6 is 7. So this number here would go down to 17. Did you understand why? And this number over here would go up to 45. 45 is the fox. It's all the numbers used up. But you need to have one number free, one loose number. So this becomes 88. Double D's and double D's, 88. 18 and 18 is 36 creation. This and this together would make 80, and 8 times the 0 it makes 12. And then 1 plus 2, and then 1 times 2 equals to 5, and that is the center core position of the mother, creating 6, 22, 6. You can also use it in time if you want also. Now, I'm trying to figure out, another thing is this commercial with Lucas. It keeps saying lucky ass, lucky ass. Who's the lucky ass? What's going on? What game are they playing? Lucas, why is Lucas lucky ass? Well, just read the letters. A-S-L-U-C-C-U-L, right? Good. It says dead end. Yeah. Or you can just say it as cute, meaning your ass is a dead end. You lucky ass. So what does that mean? Who's coming? Who's creating the Star Wars? Well, oh, of course we can have Star Wars. You ever look up at night? There's so many satellites up there, they can shoot from one to the next, as long as they're... But how are they held up there, like in the middle of space? Or they tie them in? The things fell out of the air, like what really happens? How deep inside the rabbit hole are we before everything that's connected, that is lit, is just 50, 60,000 feet above our heads? What's 50, 60,000 feet? How big is the Earth? 50, 60,000 feet? What is that? Is it 10 miles? Anyways, I have no idea. Listen, 2,100 is the walk of yards when you go golfing. Isn't that what it is? It's anyways, I don't want to get into that. We were talking, the other thing I wanted to mention was the Boston Bruins and Einstein. One of the reasons I mentioned Einstein is because I and E are 5 and 9. It's almost like saying A and E. But once it begins, the A is on one side as a balance, but it is the I that is on the other side, that's us. So instead of playing the 1 from the 3 position, the 1 plays from the 5 position. And he gets the 4 corners, so that when an I and an E come together, the E already has 5 parts of I, and I becomes 4. So you get DI or ID. Do you know why? Because the cards, part of them look the same. So you remove what is the same and what is the difference belongs to the higher card. And that's where A, E, I, O, and U come from. Einstein, again, the word is EIN, is total of 28 letter count. When I go 7 by 4, that's 28. The middle of Einstein, S and T, is a 39 count. When I go 7 plus 4, that's 11 plus 7 times 4 is 28 equals 39, S and T. You come up with a total letter count that puts the word together as Einstein. At the same time, okay, I know from my work that Nibiru is 100% included in this, in the numbers, because Nibiru is full of 6s and full of 39s. And I would have to show you some stuff to where I can prove it to you. But I'm not here to prove you anything. I'm just telling you what it is from my mind. Take it the way you want, as you wish. Because I'm not a teacher. I'm not here to teach. I can't teach anybody. I only can tell you what I think I saw. What I think I saw, I'm telling you I saw it this way. I could be wrong. I could be wrong about everything. Everything I ever did from the beginning of my life. I could be totally wrong. But guess what? It's the 20th of June. Tomorrow is the first day of summer. It's a holiday weekend. And regardless, I'm part of this world, and I'm going to enjoy it. Relax. Take it easy. No rush. What else is there? RKM, okay, which is Roi, King, Maître, which is all the same thing. The King, okay, which is the K, which is the 11th letter, is also the 13th. And so is the R, and so is the Roi in French is the 13th card. King in English is the 13th card. Maître is the 13th letter. M means love. R is the 18th letter plus 13, 31. K is the 11th letter plus 13 is 24. 31, 41, 51, and 4 is 55. Freedom 55, 55, and 13. 68. Man and his house. 13, 13, 13 is 39 over 29. 39 over 29 says this is the 13th world, and here's the world of 2 and 9, which equals to 11 again. So you're back to this world. A and A, or K in one word, because you have the one spirit life. So what did that mean to you? I don't know. The other thing I was going to show you is that, it's a long video, eh? And I'm still rushing through it. I just wanted to show you another thing, that when I was doing this, so yeah, you're still here. Here's the name of the book. Who is Jesus? May 6, 2005. That's when it all began. Okay? And what happens is when I get to the Satoru page and the tenant and everything, take a look what page it's on. It's on page 119. Doesn't that get you? And then it says Pattern Oster. Well, that's like the Oster ovens. But, you know, TER can mean, or TER can also mean Terry, just like Terry says. And Os can mean the bones of one's man from the transmission, because it's an ER. We are ARs. The ER is the electronic transmission. The AR is the angel recipient angel. How do I know that? Hold on a second. Guys, walls, ceiling, floor, what do I know? I don't know too much, but you know my floor wants to say hello. Say hello, floor. Ah, my floor is so happy to see you all. Oh yeah, my floor is just you know, just ready to let you on in and just try to figure out if I got a mirror in front of me or not, and what's in the mirror. There's a spot. I put it there so I can focus. They're watching in on me from all sides. Is that true? Is that real? Guess what? I made it up. Well, what if it was real? I still made it up. Even if it is real, then my imagination says there's a possibility. Why should I say, oh no, oh no, oh no, it's not real, I shouldn't do that, this can't happen, that won't happen? That's impossible. Do you know what? If there's no more than what we have right now forever and ever, they certainly fooled me. I'm certainly one fooled person. What do we get? What numbers did we get? 3 by 19. This is the one number I didn't do yet. Before we did 18 and 13, which is 31, AC, DC. 3 plus 1 is 4, DC. Okay, and 3 times 4 is 12. 3 plus 4 is 7, is 19. For the number of AC, DC, and represents the letter S, A. You know why it represents SA? Because the 19th letter is S, but the 1 is A. The 9 equals I. So it says Sator. AC/DC Sator. I was going to end it until I just received that little light. You see? Sator. Sator. It's also Torah. Toras. Rotas. Torahs. 2 Torahs. Okay? So we got this, and then all of a sudden from AC/DC, I get this. Why? Because A is 1, 9 is I, 9 and 1 is J. You can almost get janitor in this. Janitor in a drum. Clean it up. The people, you know what I'm saying? In French, this would say, I am. This would say in French, I have. Jack? Jack who? Because you know, God is 1 and 3 to start with. Okay? But when he's a 3, he's sideways. He comes slanted in from 1 into 5, and then 2, 5, 8 create his Y, because he's the split between it all. You get A and B comes in together, plays the 5 position, while 9, 7 jumps over and falls down, slips into 9, 9 slips out, goes into 8, they live a 6 life, and everybody's happy until 3 comes along. Why? Because 2 3s are 2 legs, just like you have. They go 6 feet under, right? And then something goes straight up, and then they take you right out of this world. That's the way we're supposed to look at it. But look at this. A-I-S. Say. Can it be Sailor Moon as the angel comical way of showing it to us? Sator. Why did I put the T? Why? Because the actual AS as an S is an E. It would be treated as a +5, but it's in the one family. Okay, the 19th letter in the one family, 1 plus 9 is 10, 1 plus 0 is 1 in the one family. So we add one more to it, becomes the 20th letter. The 20th letter is the T. But because the 20th letter, 2O, and it possesses the letter O, you put the O here, or because you have R. By taking 19, you back this letter up into an R letter, because the R letter is R, is the 18th letter, from the A family, makes it the 19th letter, coupling these two letters together. So then you would have Sator, Rotes, whatever you want to do it, Centurum, however you want to say it. Seders, maybe that's because we have the Hanukkah Seders, now they have to say this word, lost in translation, so it doesn't, you know what I'm trying to say? What else is there? So we have the Sator, we have Gators, and that's, the Gators have these lines like that, and the reason they have these lines is because it's called I call it a Loctite. What happens is they fit in, okay? And as you sew them up and down, there's strength, more of a strength for the sheet to stay together, and that could be, I don't know, maybe the oceans. Don't forget, a sheet can be this thick, and it can be just like a blanket of your blankets. But because it comes in great sizes from elsewhere, it can also be this thick. The barrier of the element of the how do you want to say it, the, how would you say it? Anyways, whatever it is, we did this, we did Einstein, and another thing, where did I get the numbers for Einstein? Right here from 1776. 6, 8, 2, 4, 6, 2 equals 28, 7, 15, and 9, 24, 28, and 9 is 37, 38, 39, 7, 15, 20, 24, 26, 28, 28, 39, 28. Out of this, 1 time, 2 time, 3 time, 4 time, 6 time, 8, 8, 6, 14, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, including Father, you got the 24-hour day. On this side is how we doubled up 374s. 374s equal the bottom 22, 22. 474s, which is the center. The center dot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. It ends up to be 5, 14, 23, 32 equals 74. Don't think about Old Spice, because that's another number that pops in right now in the commercials, and again, new commercials, and again, Satora. What is it? The numbers 396, 132, 2 times 66, 3 times 34, 4 times 33, all 132 times 3 is 396. Earth, Saturn, Pluto, specific, Old Spice, the specimen, what's coming in? Something's coming in. SAD, GPQ. Those are the letters. I don't know what they are. Raphael 72 in the constellation of Pegasus 86. Thank you for watching. A long 33 minutes, and I can't believe I now missed the 33-second mark. So much for that. What else can I say? Ask. Ask. When we join our thoughts together, that's when we can get the most out of anything. Right? Thank you for watching. My camera's there and I'm watching over there. I gotta learn where my camera is.